Hey guys, if you like this content and you want to see more of it, please let us know in the comments. And if you would like to see more of the manga that I'm covering, make sure to go over to our Patreon, which of course is patreon.com/fairytalepodcast. Hope you enjoy the episode, guys. Hey guys, welcome. I forgot to say this at the beginning of every single one of the videos that I put up earlier. Please make sure to go to wherever it is that you read your manga and make sure to read before you come and see this because spoilers. You've been warned. All right. 7 Deadly Sins, Chapter 269, Purgatory Life. Searching for his friend, he crosses endless expanses all around the infinite underworld. Yep. Let's get to it. Bon. Let's get back to Bon. I'm hoping it's still all about Bon. Oh, hey, there's Melodias. Hey there, partner. How you feeling? Why am I seeing an illusion like this? There's no way he'd be here in Purgatory. I'm the real thing, baby. Or should I say, Captain? Oh, God, I have to yell all of that? Oh, is he still healing? I'd already completely given up. I figured I was never going to be able to get out of Purgatory or get back to the real world ever again. And I figured I'd never get to see either Elizabeth or you, Bon. But what are you doing in Purgatory? Has the immortal Bon finally kicked the bucket after all? As if, dummy, I've come to get you, Cap. Don't tell me. You know of a way to get back over there, to the real world? Thought so. You really are a moron. Without even knowing how to get back, you just recklessly dove into Purgatory? What was I supposed to do? I couldn't just leave you alone in a place like this. At least I ought to have my idiot friend here with me. Was that it? Well, we got plenty of time. Yeah, let's get to thinking. But before that, we're both respectable adults. We can't just be walking around waving our junk in each other's faces like this, can we? Respectable adults, huh? But here in Purgatory's environment, even armor completely disintegrates, let alone clothes. All right, then, come with me, Bon. Sure. 2 species of monster exist here in Purgatory. The first are souls that have fallen into Purgatory and been transformed by their rage. In other words, the foreign species. So like what you and I became, right, Captain? Yeah. That kind don't have any definite form or substance, so when they die, they turn to dust. The second is the kind with substance, that were born here in Purgatory, the indigenous species. Their bodies have evolved to withstand Purgatory. I see. So we're after their parts for materials. And it attacks, and he ran away, so he crossed that distance in an instant? How interesting. He's headed towards you, Cap. He knows what we're here for. Is this what you call wild instincts? Smack. Captain, what happened to your usual ridiculous strength? Guess I can't do this after all. At the most, I'm only Melodias' emotions, kind of like his soul. Even if we try to escape Purgatory together, ultimately, I'm just going to slow you down. Then I'll carry you. Fox hunt. Bon! Oh, he tried to steal. Thanks to the curse from my old man, every time I die, I get torn from my body and get imprisoned here in Purgatory. What exactly is he trying to do? My old man wants to make Melodias into his successor, so emotions like me are a nuisance for that plan. Ah, I see. You must have had a hell of a time surviving purgatory with a flesh body, huh, Bon? You're incredible for enduring it all. Yeah, can't count how many times I was ready to give up. For the first 100 years, I revived from being burnt to ashes, from freezing to the bone, from rotting, from deadly poisons, you name it. And it just kept on repeating. Even so, after the last 200 years, I've gotten pretty used to this. But even now, things like burns, frostbite, vomiting blood, they're all just daily parts of life. But even so, after dealing with it for 200 years, I'm even able to sleep through it now. Blah! I think maybe. Yeah, got him! And now we've got clothing and food. Hey, Bud, what is it, Captain? You really are incredible. What's with that all of a sudden? Just wanted to say thanks. Merlin said you were captured by the Demon King, so I assumed you'd been locked away somewhere. Yeah, at first I was being confined by the Demon King under close watch, since I was trying to look for an escape route from Purgatory to get back to my real body. But in the end, I wasn't able to find a way, so I succumbed to despair and gave up on escaping. After I became a monster, he felt it safe to just leave me here unwatched. Didn't he consider the possibility after he left you here, while wandering around, you might coincidentally just stumble upon the exit and escape? That's true. If he's left me out here, then that means he has no fear of me escaping at all, which means that the exit to Purgatory is kept by the Demon King, isn't that right? Well, it's definitely worth looking into, isn't it? And they're sewing their clothes. Yay! Oh, and he shaved his face. Okay, now they're looking more like the Bon and Melodias of yore. Well then, let's begin our escape mission. Okay, I kind of hate when they have stuff on the side here. The key to escaping Purgatory lies with the Commander of Darkness, the Demon King. The next wall is the almighty ruler of the underworld. Together, these two know no despair. With the best friend tag team together, it's time to get serious. Yeah. To be continued in Chapter 270, An Encounter with the Unknown. Okay, this was a very fun chapter. There was a lot of interesting stuff. I'd forgotten, because of last chapter, I wasn't really paying attention too much about what was going on in Purgatory. But I actually liked learning about all the different stuff that's going on in Purgatory. And God, what of a badass Bon is, because he survived all of that stuff in Purgatory, you know? And just listening to him talk about all the stuff that he went through for over 300 years. That's crazy in and of itself. But over 300 years of constantly dying and coming back to life and dying and coming back to life in multiple ways. That's freaking crazy. And the fact that Melodias gave in to despair before Bon did is crazy in and of itself too. So that's just badass. But I'm really curious to hear what you guys thought of this chapter. So if you're current, please let me know. Let me know in the description below. What do you guys think of this newest chapter, 7 Deadly Sins? And what are you looking forward to in the next couple of chapters coming up? I'm Richie Roberts. Make sure, if you want to check out all the stuff for next week, we finally figured out what we're going to do. What we're going to do is all of the manga. I'm still going to keep doing all the manga, but they're going to go up on Patreon. And then a week later, I'll release them a week later publicly on YouTube. So if you don't want to wait a week, if you want to get them as quickly as possible and see the dubs and all that stuff, make sure to go jump on our Patreon, patreon.com/fairytalepodcast. It's $1 to become a patron, and you get all this great content. And we just finished the voting on Twitter. We did do a tweet, and I should have mentioned it earlier, but we did a poll on Twitter for the Fairy Tale Podcast at FairyTaleCast. If you haven't followed us, if you're new, it's down in the description if you want a link to any of our social media or our Patreon for that matter. But the important thing to note is that gonna start doing anime reactions either this week or next week. I don't know specifically when I'm gonna start doing them, but it's gonna be soon. And the first one, it was a tie between Overlord and My Hero Academia. And just for full clarification, I have watched both of these series, so you're not getting my blind reaction to them. I'm gonna be reacting again, and I may talk through them. I also want to clarify that My Hero Academia, I'm going to watch dubbed. I like both the dub and the sub for My Hero Academia. And while I understand that people might want to check out the sub, I'm going to watch it dubbed mostly because with that series, I don't like to keep looking at the subtitles. I like to actually be able to see what's going on the screen. So that being the case, I will be watching that dub, but I will be watching Overlord subbed. So there you go. That's it. And then I'm going to be adding new stuff. I will only take recommendations outside. Like, I'll put up polls for anime that I should react to as well. But as far as like people recommending new anime to me, it's cool that you guys you have some shows and stuff that you want to see in the comments. But I'm gonna keep it where patrons, like, if you're a patron, you get priority on that. So, patrons make the request because they keep me doing this. They keep me fed in a way. So that's why I'll be doing it that way. And outside of the requested stuff, I'm going to be watching some stuff that I think deserves more attention. So keep an eye out for all the stuff that I'll be reacting to. Obviously, like how other reaction channels, it's going to be slightly cut up. It's going to be cut up and really heavily edited for YouTube. But if you want to see my full reaction, make sure to become a patron because I'll be uploading all of the full reactions that I have to our Patreon. So yeah, Fairy Tale Podcast on Patreon or patreon.com/fairytalepodcast. Thank you guys so much.